She stopped at a light and saw him walking in that field behind the Lost River Drive-In. Julie said he was so creepy.
Yo, yo, yo. How's everybody doing? Can you guys hear me loud and clear? Am I coming in stereo? Mono. I don't even want to say mono because like mononucleosis. I don't want to get mono ever in my life. What's up, everybody? Happy Sunday night. It's Sunday. What are you all doing? How's everybody doing tonight? I just got my kid to bed and was like, you know what? I want to do a live tonight. I had talked to you guys like a week and a half ago when I did the last one. I was like, I've only been doing like one live a month, and I kind of feel like that. I don't know. Like I feel like I'm under delivering there because it's probably the best chance that I get to be able to talk to you guys and for an extended period of time. Dude, I have not seen the hockey hoodie, okay? But I'm going to Spirit tomorrow. So I'll let you know if I see it, Mark. But yeah, the Steelers won, which I didn't expect. Honestly thought they play terrible when they go, when they travel far away, West Coast, abroad. I was like, they're gonna shit the bed. They didn't. So that was awesome. And then one thing that I don't really talk about a lot. I've been a Cincinnati Reds fan since I was, I don't know, 12, 13, because one of my best friends kind of, growing up, he got me into the Reds. They got a playoff spot today, kind of out of nowhere. It was really cool. That end of the season, they just, I don't know, they turned it on when they needed to. So that was awesome. I want to say what's up, Darkwing Dave, J Money, Lamontre, Mark. That sounded scary. Ali, Michael. Let's see. I don't want to miss anybody here. Okay. I stole your Doritos. Yeah, I don't really like Doritos. I like Cool Ranch. Never mind. Mitch, what's up? PP Dangler. That's right. They did. JC, hello. Matt Facci, what are you doing, brother? Max, Blu-ray Addict, Carmatic, Pretentious Turtleneck Guy, Gory. Y'all must have forgot. What's up? Eric, what's up? What's up? From Norway. Holy crap. What time is it over there? Is it like super late or super early? Because it's 9:18 here in good old OHIO. I'm not a college football fan at all. Calico, what's up? How's everybody doing? So yeah, I really wanted to talk because about a few things. I said like life update, so I'll just get that right out in the open. What's up, Monica? How you doing? First and foremost, if you follow me on Instagram, you saw that yesterday was quite the freaking day for me. About a week or so ago, my cat Zeke, who's 13, he got outside and he was out all night and I didn't know. And the next morning he was by the back door waiting and he was acting different, and hid for like 2 days. And then he finally came out of hiding and he was eating and everything. But I started to notice that he was like messing with his side and he didn't want you to pet his back. Well, a couple days ago, it became clear as he was messing with it that there was a giant, I wouldn't even say giant. It was a hole. He had a puncture wound in his side and it was like infected. So I was like, I don't want my cat to die. I've had this cat since I was 17 years old. So took him to the emergency vet yesterday, spent 4 hours there and $600. That was awesome. And then got home from work last night. His breathing was weird. So took him back there around 10 o'clock last night, was there till about midnight. They gave him another pain shot and they said that it was hopefully just he was like breathing like that because of the pain. But I had to see how he was doing this morning. Well, he was a lot better today. So he's actually on the bed next to me right now. I'll see if I can show you guys. There he is with his cone on his head, which he absolutely hates. And I hate it for him, but he's doing a lot better. So that's so yeah, $700 later. Pretty awesome, but it's he's going to be all right. And I was worried because I was like, he is getting older. And the vet was like, no, all his vitals are good. His organs are good. He should live, years. And I was like, oh, thank God. So you're stuck with me, Zeke, or maybe the other way around. I don't know. So that's really the life update. And then I basically wanted to take this opportunity to just be like a free for all. Like, I want to chat with you guys. I want to talk about, what's today? The 28th. We're 2 days away. Little over 48 hours away from October 1st, which is kind of crazy because I feel like as I get older, it doesn't feel the same. And I feel like we've had this conversation before, but it's true. Like, it doesn't feel like it used to. So maybe, I don't know. I don't know what it is. But yeah, we're 2 days away now. So I wanted to just play. Do I have live music? No, unfortunately not. We just have music over the speakers overhead. That is a built-in playlist, and it's awful. I don't listen to it. I turn it down in the back of the house, and I have a speaker that I use back there. Katie, yes, I do own. I own a couple Michael Myers figures, and don't worry, guys. I've said this a couple times, but just want to let you all know it's looking like October 1st. That's my target date for the complete collection video. That's my target date. So, and I'm going to try to include literally everything, like absolutely everything Halloween related that I own. So, but if it's not the 1st, it's going to be next week at some point. It's just going to be a really, big video. I'm actually not looking forward to editing it because that's going to suck. But I'm probably not, JJ, because like we're more of like I don't know, we're more of like a carry out. Specifically, I would say, like, we do have a dine-in area where people can dine in, but it's rare. It's not rare, but it's only a handful every day. So yeah, but yeah, what do you guys think? Like, how are we feeling? Should I get the Halloween 2-3 DVD? Jacob, I would look, it really depends on what you're looking for, because if you're like, if you want anything to do in the way of special features, chapter inserts, artwork, all that kind of stuff, no, you shouldn't. If you are asking just for like nostalgic purposes, yes, you should. So I don't know. How would I rank the seasons of You from worst to best? Oh man, I love that show. By the way, I'm about to address that, Katie. That was the next place I was going. Give me just a second. So I would say the best season is season 3. And then I'd say season 3, season 1, season 2, season 5, season 4. That's how I would rank it. But I loved all of them. Like, there wasn't a single season where I was like, oh God, no. You know what, Max? That's a good question. Y'all gotta hit the boss up on that one. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm down to do it. And I remember when we talked about it, he said he was down to do it too, but he was also like, yeah, but that would probably be a really long episode. And I'm like, and the thing that's a constant that we find from our viewers of UNITA is that they'll listen to a 3-hour long episode. Like, so let's do it. But I'll talk to Christian about it for sure. Let's see. What's up, Chris? Just finished the original Strangers. The commercial for it gave me nightmares as a kid. It is phenomenal. It is phenomenal. I love it. Am I tripping, or did you hint that you heard about a new Halloween documentary coming up? Oh, I definitely hinted. I also spoke to John Squires over at Bloody Disgusting about it and gave him a heads up about it. So yes, there is something in the works. There is something in the works. I assure you of that. I don't want to. I'm not going to do anything that's going to get me in trouble. But I will just say this: I know who's directing it. I know who's putting it together. Yeah, yes, it is happening. It is 100% happening. It's It's going to be Halloween's version of, I would say, Never Sleep Again and Crystal Lake Memories. All encompassing. But I don't know exactly when. Like, I don't know when, but from what I was told, it'll be out by the 50th, which I know that's a big time frame, but like, that's what I know. So yeah, it's going to be like Never Sleep Again. What's up, Dave? And then Katie, your question about decorating for Halloween. William and I just started. We just started today. I put purple lights all around the family room, purple lights around the TV, put some orange lights outside, tombstones and whatnot in the front yard. And I was realizing as I was going through all of it, I was like, oh, this strand of lights doesn't work. This strand of lights doesn't work. Like, you know how this shit is, guys. You buy them for like $4 or $5 for a strand every year. And it's not a lot. You spend 30, 40 bucks and you get, I don't know, 6, 8, 10 strands of lights. But because they're cheap, they never work the next year. They literally never do. Dude, yes, we are, Mark. By the way, guys, that's going to be a really big day for me. I will actually definitely live stream me playing the Halloween game. Like, that's 100% going to happen. That is a game that I feel like my audience would want to see me play because it's Halloween. So, yes, that is happening. What's up, Jeff? Did I get the 4K Steelbook box set? I didn't get the Steelbook. It was sold out. But I did get the set, which is weird because I've been seeing people post it that they got theirs. And I'm like, I had mine pre-ordered off Amazon a month ago. Still don't have it yet, though. Although I haven't checked my mailbox today. So maybe it is out there. I don't know. But yeah, I still haven't got it yet. I don't even think I've been charged yet either. Because I would have known, especially after the vet yesterday. I was like, oh, shit. And I got that Steelbook coming. Yay. But yeah, so fun times. It's really great. Great times right now. Yeah, see, LEDs, I hear you there. And I like the way they look better personally, but they're always more expensive. But I get it. You get what you pay for. Like, I totally get that. Jeremy, right now, I'm really just kind of running it back every now and then with Dead by Daylight when I'm bored. On rare, I used to play MLB The Show. I spent a couple months really grinding the show. I play Madden every now and then just for fun, and sometimes I'll start a franchise. I don't know. But when I'm a completionist, obviously, look at my freaking Halloween collection. So like when I start something, I have to finish it. So like if I start a franchise in Madden, I have to finish it. But I leveled up every playable character as far as I could in the Evil Dead game. And then I stopped playing Evil Dead. Played TCM for about a month, and I don't know. I kind of grew out of it. I don't know. It didn't have the same staying power for me as Evil Dead. Tattoo on my right arm. Oh, so there's a band that I've liked since I was a teenager called Sleeping with Sirens, and that's their logo, but I put a treble clef into it, so I didn't look as basic. But they have a logo that's like a W with a slash through it. That's what that is. Who's better, the Lions or the Steelers? Oh, 100% the Lions. 100%. I'm not even gonna. Like I said, I was shocked we won today, and we won last week, but it was ugly as hell. So I don't think Pittsburgh's all that good. But they're 3-1, so I'll take it. Evil Dead. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mark. I think you could have played multiplayer. Yeah, or solo. Oh, so there was no campaign. There was no story mode in Evil Dead. Like it was literally just like online. You play as the demons, or you play as a survivor essentially, and you fight off the Deadites. Like that was it. I didn't play any kind of snowboarding game. What's up, Far From Blake? How you doing? But yeah, so I have a well that I go back to every few years. I go back and play video games from my childhood that I loved. That meant a ton to me. Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, GoldenEye, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, usually Pokemon Silver, Pokemon Ruby, Pokemon Pearl. which was the last Pokemon game that I actually like played. But yeah, so and those are in like constant rotation, once a year, once every other year. I always go back and play those games. So yeah. Thoughts on Alien Earth? So crazy enough, I don't have Hulu anymore. I canceled that a couple months ago because I had Hulu Live TV and I was paying an exorbitant amount of money. And I was like, dude, I'm not going to pay for this shit anymore. So I was like, I can't watch Alien Earth. Well, my son wanted to watch Nightmare Before Christmas tonight. And I have the Blu-ray, but I was like, oh, it's on Disney Plus. I'll just pull it up on Disney Plus. And I saw Alien Earth on there and I was like, oh yeah. So like, I think I might have to get an add-on with Disney, but it'd still be cheaper than what I was paying with Hulu. So I'm going to do that so I can watch it because I've heard good things. Oh, dude, I played GTA as well. Like I totally did, but I never did missions or like, you know, the anything like that. It was always like, let's get as many stars as possible. Let's get to a high area. Like in GTA 4, I would go up to like a crane and I would have helicopters and tanks and I would just be blowing everything up as much as I could until I finally got killed. And then when I would get killed, I'd be like, all right, I'm done for now. And then tomorrow I'll wreak some havoc again. I mean, I'd get arrested. I specifically remember in Grand Theft Auto Vice City, I would get arrested. And you spawn out of the police station and I would go I'd go right back into the police station and in the showers in there was a big pink dildo. I'm not even kidding you guys. And I would grab it and I would start beating people with it. I'm not even shitting you. If you played Grand Theft Auto Vice City, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That's a real thing. That really happened. Yeah. I think it's an add-on too. Yes. You remember it as well. Yes. The only Resident Evil game I played, by the way, thank you, Calico, a new channel member. I appreciate that. Nice to see you. Nice to see you become a member. I only played Resident Evil 4. I mean, Mark and I have actually talked about this. I loved that game, Resident Evil 4 on the PS2. And then they did the remake and I tried the remake for my Xbox One. And I was just like, I don't know. Like, it just didn't feel the same. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be totally wrong. But I don't know. Wasn't a huge fan of it. But yeah. Death by Dildo. No, it was a real thing. San Andreas. Oh, I played San Andreas as well. That one was fun. But I kind of fell out of love with GTA after San Andreas. Am I a fan of the Resident Evil movies? So here's the thing. I actually hadn't seen all of them until last year. And I know you're probably like, what? Because I stopped after Afterlife. Because I remembered I did not like Afterlife at all. Like I was like, this is jumped the shark for me. I'm done. No thanks. And then I went back and rewatched all of them last year. And I was actually like talking to Saturn Video while I was going back and watching each one and giving him my thoughts on them. The original, I still really dig the original, but I got to be honest with you guys. I feel like the original, being a product of its time, I don't think it ages as well, just visually speaking, but it's still a really solid movie. Resident Evil Apocalypse is dumb fun. Like it really is. I enjoy that movie. Very briskly paced, all about action. Extinction is probably my favorite of the first three. Like I feel like I can confidently say Extinction is my favorite. Let's see. Afterlife, not a fan. I honestly thought, and it was funny too, because I do like Rocky Horror. I thought that that Afterlife was like dog shit. Like I hated that movie. Retribution, I actually saw that like a ton of people hated that movie, and I was like, I thought it was okay. I think maybe that's just the nostalgia, because that entire movie is a nostalgia trip. Let's bring back old settings, old characters. Like it's all these greatest hits. Let's bring in Leon. Like, but I don't know. I kind of had dumb fun with it. And then the final chapter was not good. was not good, but I'd still put it above Afterlife. And then Welcome to Raccoon City, I enjoyed Welcome to Raccoon City. I thought it was a pretty good reboot. And I'm looking forward to Zach Kreger's one. See, I don't know about them winning the division. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not gonna get out ahead of myself today. I'm not gonna do it. If you had the chance to make a Halloween movie, what would be your approach? Okay, so like, I could go on a diatribe and be like, really pretentious and be like, oh, this is how you have to do it. And no, because I don't know. I don't know the right way, but if it were me personally, I would probably approach it from the standpoint of I'd want to do a fresh start entirely. Reintroduce the character of Michael Myers into Haddonfield, Illinois, with a new group of characters that have nothing to do with that original. I don't even think I would have that be canon. Like, I think I would literally have it to where a man was, institutionalized for murdering his sister at a young age in this town, and he comes back and he wants to haunt the town. But honestly, I think that what it would need to be personally is I think that they would need to really focus on the fact that he is truly an enigma. Like, I don't want any kind of reason. I don't want any kind of method to the madness. I don't want any answers, nothing like that. Like, I want him to be inserted into this world as the Shape. And yeah. And honestly, how I'd have it end too, I'd want him, it wouldn't end like the original where like he gets shot and then like Loomis looks over the balcony and he's gone. Like, no, he wouldn't get caught. He would just kind of fade into the night. And, but again, that's if I were to do it, I would want a total reset, personally, but I'm not doing it. So what do I want to see them do? I think that where I stand right now, I want to see them build off of Halloween 3. And I've said that many times before. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, no, we need Michael Myers. I love Michael Myers. Don't get me wrong. But I think I dig that. I really do. Whether that's a prequel, whether it, takes place I mean, you could even do something like a different town, Yo, I'm pretty sure I just saw a fucking spider walk across the floor, and I'm not fucking with this shit right now, bro. And he was fast, bro. Yo, get the fuck away from me. Nah, dude. I'm not about to do this. We're not about to do this right now. We're not about to do this. Zeke, you need to kill this spider. I don't know where it is, but I am not about to do this right now. I don't even want to see it. I don't even want to see it because it'll freak me out. That thing was fast. Oh, God. Oh, God. So yeah, that's what I would do. But I'd love to see them build off of Halloween 3. And if you're going to bring Michael back, I want a legacy sequel to 5. That's kind of where I'm at with that. I've said that many times. I'll continue to say that. But oh, dude, JJ, I'm a huge arachnophobe, like huge. Arachnophobia is still like the scariest movie I've ever seen, but I also love that movie. Dude, shut up, Mark. I swear to God, dude, I will end this shit right now. You think the Hellraiser franchise is dead currently? No sequel to 2022 and the rumored show. Yeah, so here's the thing. One of the producers or writers of 2022 came out last year and said that they were discussing a sequel. I mean, literally everybody always says that when there's stagnation on a project. Like, yeah, no, we're talking about it for sure. I think they shot themselves in the foot because personally, the issue was that for whatever reason, they decided, you know what we need to do is drop this on Hulu. And that's because of, if we're being honest, that's because of 20th Century. Like, I totally get it, but it's awful. It's awful that they did that because they didn't get the ROI on that. You know, there's no return on your investment. Sure, you strike a deal when it goes to streaming that probably covers the cost of the film. Awesome. But Evil Dead Rise had a very similar history and production as Hellraiser, in the sense of, like, it kind of came about out of nowhere, or like it didn't have a lot of fanfare behind it when it was announced and when it was in production. And then it had great word of mouth from test screenings, and it was supposed to go straight to streaming. And they were like, you know what? No, we have to put this in theaters. And it made a ton of money. And Evil Dead is very, very niche. Like let's be real. Evil Dead's not as popular as Halloween or Nightmare or Friday. Like, we know that. It's more niche. Yet Evil Dead Rise did over $150 million. They should have done that with Hellraiser. I know that Hellraiser is niche as well, but you could have absolutely made $100 million with that movie. And then they would have absolutely pumped out a sequel. You know, it's easy to not make one when it's like, well, we only made our budget back. When we struck this deal to put it on streaming, yeah, we made our budget back, so it's a wash. Great. But if you put it out in theaters and you make 5 times your budget back, it's like, oh shit, the demand is really there. So they should have done that. And it's disappointing. Yeah, I agree, man. It really, really is a shame, because personally, I feel like it was way better than it had any right to be for a reboot of Hellraiser. Like a franchise that has languished for years and years and become a punchline. Honestly, like, let's be real. Yeah, I don't know. A prequel Halloween movie series in the 80s with Jenna Ortega. Okay, so here's the thing. With Jenna being Latina, like, if it was going to be canon to Laurie from 78, like with Jamie Lee, I'd be like, it's kind of weird. I don't know. But I wouldn't say no. I like Jenna as an actress. I think she's kind of earned her keep in horror over the last couple years, and I wouldn't mind something. But then at the same time, you'd have to be like, you get to a point where you're like over-explaining. Dude, shut up, Edward. I can see it. I'm looking at my computer right now, and there's nothing behind me. Okay. What would your opinion on a crossover between Michael Myers and another character? Oh, I've said a million times. I actually did a video. Yeah, by the way, guys, if you have not liked this, go ahead and like it. Get on that. I've said this before. I'll say it again. Halloween. 100% Halloween. Hellraiser v. Pinhead versus Michael, or if you would just want to do the Cenobites as a whole. Does it sound stupid? Yes. Do I care? No. Also, you got to think about this. I did a video on the idea that they had years and years ago in the 90s for Halloween. I covered that in a series like 2 years ago when I was doing like all the unmade Halloween ideas. And I actually dug it. Like, I really did. I mean, Freddy, you do Freddy versus Jason, and you kind of think like, well, how would that work? And then they made it work. You know, love or hate the movie, like narratively, you're like, okay, I guess I can see why these two would be facing off. I'm sure they could do something like that with Hellraiser and Halloween. I mean, I just, oh, dude, Chris, no way. That's awesome. You just saw Linkin Park with Emily, and that's awesome, man. Yes, I do. I really, really do want to see them. I've become a really big fan of Emily. I really, really have. And I'm totally down. I never thought that I would accept that band coming back without Chester. I mean, I got that the day after Chester died. And I just been on board, man. I loved From Zero. I loved that album. Absolutely. Chucky versus Megan. Everybody's talking about Chucky versus Megan. Man, get Megan out of here. we need, does anybody have a nickname for Megan yet? Because you can't call her. Something to do with flop, because I feel like after Megan 2, Blumhouse is gonna pump the brakes a little bit on Megan, at least for a while. Do I watch Cody Leach? Yeah. And I've had Cody on we've had Cody on the podcast, Unita, and I've had Cody on my channel before. Yeah, Cody Leach. I'm gonna say this right now, and someone's probably gonna clip this and send it to Cody, and that's fine. Cody's a friend. I like Cody. Cody is misunderstood. Like, he really, really is, and has been for a long time for a lot of people that don't really watch him on YouTube. And Christian and I were the same way. Years ago, we were like, he kind of gives off this vibe sometimes where you're like, oh, like he wants to stir the pot. Like he wants to, he lives for that. He doesn't. He's actually a really nice, down-to-earth dude. Like, one of the best dudes we've had on the podcast. And like, that's not bullshit. That's legitimately true. And it's just crazy because I think Cody got that moniker when he was doing the Halloween 2018 coverage, because a bunch of Halloween fans were like, this guy's a dick, blah, 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 blah. And no, he's actually really not. He might have a take that might offend you sometimes. I get it. And he's very unapologetic in that. But Cody is a really, really nice dude. He really is. So shout out to Cody. Really, really dig him. No, also, yeah, update on that. AJ from the House of Masks. No. AJ and I are good. He actually reached out to me, and we're going to collab in October on his channel. Yeah, not even shitting you guys. So he was like, dude, that's my sense of humor. Like, I do like your stuff. I watch your stuff. Like, I never wanted you to think that I'm like, dude, you're good. Like, it was, I feel like there was other people making that into something more than it actually was. Like, of course, as a content creator, you're going to like try to milk that, like, oh, drama, but like, that's just the content creation game. But no, he's actually a pretty good dude. And yeah, so hey, thanks, Chris. I appreciate that. Yeah, Cody and Lee are good people, man. They really are. I could tell you, no, I'm not. I could tell you about some content creators I find to be disingenuous and not good people that I have encountered over the years, but Cody and Lee are not one of them. So yeah. And then what else? Oh God. Oh yeah. So did you guys see the 199 super chat? Thank you very much, Jakey. Love your stuff. Seen, own any extreme horror. Okay, so first of all, thank you for the super chat. Okay, so I've seen, Christian had me watch a movie called, I really want to, YouTube better not flag me for this, called Hate Crime. And I was like, dude, what the F is this? Was not a fan at all. I did see, I mean, some of them are probably not as extreme for some of you guys. Like, I haven't seen Cannibal Holocaust yet, but that is solely because, there's someone that wants us to do it for the podcast. That is the reason why I haven't done it yet. No, I didn't. I don't think I overreacted at all because I didn't even really make it a big deal. If you watched the stream the last time, I said, like, I don't, it's not a big deal. I don't really care. I just thought it was funny. Like, yeah, no, it was it wasn't that deep. What else? Ones that are more mainstream, but definitely err more on the side of being extreme, like Megan is Missing. Yeah, we'll never watch that movie again, ever, in my life. Fuck that movie. Did not like the way that movie made me feel at all. I Spit on Your Grave. The subject matter is hard for me. I dug it when she was getting revenge, though. I really did dig all the revenge. That was awesome. Like I said, though, ones that are more main, the Poughkeepsie tapes. But that didn't mess me up like it did a lot of people. A lot of people really said that movie, like, oh, that'll really get, under your skin. Not so much. I don't know. Green Inferno, again, more mainstream, more well-known, but I would still say pretty extreme in certain regards. Yeah. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else that comes to mind. I saw the remake of Inside. High Tension. Yes, I have seen High Tension. Here's the thing about High Tension. Loved High Tension until the revelation at the end, and it pissed me off. And I know that you're one of two kinds of people with that movie. You love the subversion at the end, and you're like, "Oh my god, I didn't see that coming," or you're like, "You've just completely taken a dump on everything." I wouldn't say that it took a dump on everything, but I was not a fan. Was not a fan of the revelation. I have not seen Bloody Birthday. Is it an extreme movie? Um. Oh, hey, Strange Darling. Yeah, I dug that movie a lot. My buddy Rudy actually sent that to me, and I really, really enjoyed that movie. I was actually texting him during it, and I was like, I think I have this figured out. And that son of a bitch knew, like, he knew I was not onto it. And then when it happened, I was like, wait, what? Anytime a movie can do that, I'm like, okay, you're in. You're in regular rotation for me now. Hey, Quentin. Zeke's doing well. Thank you for asking. He's sleeping on the bed next to me with that cone on his head. Struggling to sleep with it on his head. I took it off of him earlier so he could eat, but I have to stay by him if I take it off of him because he can't. He's not allowed to get in that wound. Are you subbed to Last Movie Standing? I don't think I am. I don't think I've heard of that. Serbian film. I know that is one that Christian has told me I need to watch. Yeah, like I said, I mean, I'll be totally honest with you. I really, really haven't dipped my toe enough into that side of horror and the extreme side of it. But I'm going to. What do you think of an interview with Danielle Harris? Look, here's the thing. Would love it. I love Danielle. And from being a teenager, she's been one of my like all-time crushes. Now, I would totally be able to play it cool. Don't worry, guys. Like, I wouldn't be like, oh my God, hey, Danielle, I know you're married, but you should totally divorce your husband. Like, no, it wouldn't be anything like that. But it's, it's really hard. I emailed her agent weeks ago, maybe a month. It was probably over a month ago now. I never heard anything back, which is fine. I get it. I know that she did Talks from the Crypt. But the difference with that is I believe that guy records probably in LA. So he's local. I'm sure there's compensation to have her come out and stuff and have these people on. Like, obviously, Christian, I don't have that kind of setup. Obviously, it would be virtual. If UNITA were to ever blow up, but UNITA is what UNITA is. It is a successful podcast that gets thousands of listens on every episode. But it's never going to be like Howard Stern, and that's probably just because I don't know. I have shitty takes, and Christian is I don't know. Maybe it's just me then. I don't know. Oh, great! Here comes Zeke, guys. There's Zeke for you. He just decided to walk into the frame. That's awesome, Crazy Joe. Hell yeah, Zeke. I love you, buddy, but can you not be in the frame? Can you just like lay down or something? Yeah, here's the thing, Edward. I actually just watched that. I just rewatched that making of Halloween H2O again the other night. And I respect the hell out of Durand. I really, really do. I don't know if it was more Steve Miner, it was the mask, it was a lot of things. But I don't really blame Durand. I really don't, honestly. Don Shanks. Oh man, I love Don. I love Halloween 5. Look, there's a few like people that I would love to talk. I mean, honestly, you guys want to know like celebrity wise, who I would love to interview probably more than anyone would be Scout Taylor Compton. And that's just because like her portrayal of Laurie Strode, specifically in H2, resonated like so deeply with me for years and years and years. And she seems like such a sweetheart and so funny and bubbly. And of course, an absolute stone cold vixen. But I love Scout. I mean, I do. I think H2's Laurie Strode, acting wise, might be the best Laurie Strode performance in the franchise for me. I'm serious. I'm serious. I know some people are gonna be like, "Oh, too hot." That's a hot take. I don't know, but it might be the best performance of a Laurie Strode in the franchise. I mean, she's so good. And you might say, like, oh, she's so over the top. She's so loud. She's so, yes, that's literally the point. And she's nailing it. She's freaking nailing it. I love Scout so much. Yeah, dude, it is all of that in a bag of chips. Stefan. Is it Stefan or Stefan? I never want to say that wrong. And I never want to assume it's one or the other. There I am. And there's Zeke, Conehead, Dan Aykroyd. H2O Laurie is fantastic, Robin. For me, it's those two. And I don't think anything else comes close. Like at all. Actually, I really like Jamie Lee in Ends. Whether you love or hate Ends, I really like Jamie Lee in Ends. I think we get to see every side of Laurie in that movie. And I really dig that. We get to see scared. We get to see badass. We get to see trying to pull herself together and live a normal life. I really like Jamie Lee in Ends. I really do. Oh, no problem. No problem. Hey, I try my best to keep up with the chat. I really, really do. But as my channel grows, like sometimes, oh, you guys can see where Zeke's wound is, where it's shaved. Go lay down, buddy. No one wants to see that. Which Halloween universe is my personal favorite? So are you talking like timeline? For me, my timeline for Halloween is 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Like that. That's a lot of that's nostalgia. Those were the ones I watched growing up. I have a deep reverence for that period. But I also think narratively, it's the most. It feels very episodic. Those movies do. And then, yeah, no, I don't get you. Don't get me wrong. I hear you when you say it feels inconsistent with how her portrayal was in Kills and in 2018. Totally at times, and that's in the writing department. But I just mean with what Jamie was given, I thought Jamie showed great range in that movie. I just really liked her performance in that movie. And Kills, I didn't like her in Kills. I'm going to be honest with you. 18, she has her moments, and I think it's a good acting performance in 18, if not overwritten sometimes or underwritten. Kills, I didn't like her. I just felt she was over the top. She was trying this grandiose every time she was on screen, and I'm just like, I'm not feeling this, Jamie. Do you think Halloween 2 not being in the timeline was okay? No. I actually did a video on that. What was that? Like a week ago, guys? Week or so ago, I did a video on that about how I think that's the biggest mistake of 2018. And yes, Stefan, that's another one. Loomis. I think that's another reason why 1, 2, 4, 5, 6 means so much to me, and they're like my go-to. It has Dr. Loomis. He's the freaking anchor. Like he really, really is. I mean, it cannot go understated. Hey, and I respect the hell out of that. You can say, hey, hated the movie, but she was good in it. Yes, thank you. There are objective truths in life. And I feel like Jamie Lee Curtis giving a good performance in Halloween Ends is an objective truth. Whether we like the movie or not, she's good in that movie. I appreciate that. Look, I'd love a multiverse movie at this point. Screw it. Although Malika Akkad insists he's never going to let Michael Myers and Halloween get to the point where it's like, a joke. A lot of people don't know. It was actually more so Trancas after Halloween 6, where they were like, hey, we need to kind of retool this thing, because they felt like it was getting a little long in the tooth, over explaining a lot of stuff. Malik, Mustafa, Paul Freeman. It was a lot of them that were like, we probably need to kind of go back to the drawing board a little bit. So love or hate the Akkads, I do believe that Malik does mean it when he says that he wants to keep Halloween somewhat consistent in terms of quality. Yeah. Yeah, see, I think a lot of people agree about kills, Robin. I really do. Like, whether you like kills or not. And I like kills. I have a fun time with kills. But yeah, I'm not. I don't know. She doesn't do it for me in that movie. Didn't Donald die? He died. It actually wasn't done filming yet, and then they went back for reshoots. Well, yeah, technically. And a lot of people say it's not his last on-screen, it wasn't the last thing he shot. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. He had another movie come out in 95, if I'm not mistaken, or early 96, but that was wrapped before Halloween 6 wrapped. So the last time that Donald Pleasance was photographed on film was Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers. So, yeah. What are my thoughts on Puppet Master? Hey, I dig Puppet Master. Christian knows this. Mark can attest to this. I have said publicly to Christian, and I've said it on the show, if you want to cover Puppet Master, let's go, dude. He won't do it. He won't do it. He doesn't think the viewership would be there. He's probably not wrong. It probably would do a little bit less than we normally do, but it's on my channel now. Who cares? I don't care about the views, whatever. I like Puppet Master. Ever played Halloween? I have not played that game. But oh, buddy, I've seen, and I've read about it, but I have not played it. What are my thoughts on The Mist? I like The Mist. I do. And I happen to be somebody that actually finds that ending to be, oh man, that ending. That ending is something. Dude, love Puppet Master 2. Love Puppet Master 2. Might be my favorite. Jesus, Zeke. My God, Cat. Yeah. Well, it's just more so of a thing. Like normally with Unita, a good bar is about 2,000 views on YouTube for a Unita episode. That's usually a good bar. Sometimes a little bit less, sometimes a little bit more, but that's usually like the median. If we did Puppet Master, might only do like 1,200 or whatever. But again, I don't really care. I've gotten to a point where like I'm cool if a video breaks 1,000 now. That's where I'm cool. I'm good. Which every video I've uploaded since my Together review has. Together was the last video that that was 2 months ago. Wow, over 2 months ago. That hasn't broken 1,000. And at that point, I wanted to do it. Like I was like, I liked this movie. I want to talk about it, and nobody watched it. Whatever. Hey Robin, thank you for the $5 super chat from that's Canada, right? That's Canadian currency. Hey, buddy. Saw some dude on Instagram the other day. I'm pretty sure it came from TikTok, though, talking about all the great stuff about Canada and explaining it. And I was like, you know what? Canada sounds pretty cool. Simply just for the healthcare stuff. Tell you what, I was in the hospital last week, guys. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw that. And I'm not looking forward to that bill because they had to do a CT scan, blood work. Got my first IV ever. I've never had an IV. I'm almost 31, and I still haven't had an IV. Well, up until Friday. They did it here, and then she said this vein it's curving too much, so we're gonna have to do another one. Oh, great! That was awesome. You just messed with my vein with a needle in it for 5 minutes. It's uncomfortable. Like it's uncomfortable. And then they were like, we're going to do this one. You've got great veins. And I was like, well, yeah, that's just because I'm like skinny. Like, but they did this one. And yeah, man, first time ever. And then I had to get the iodine flush so they can it lights up your organs or whatever. And to make sure everything's functioning properly and whatnot. And that makes you feel like your butt and your crotch are warm. And you taste like metal in your mouth because they're putting like diluted iodine into your bloodstream. That was really interesting. But look, all I'm saying solely is just like having healthcare as a right would be awesome. I think most people can agree with that. Like how we get there, I don't know, but it'd be great to have healthcare as a friggin' right. How good are you at carving jack-o'-lanterns, buddy? I'm the foremost authority on carving jack-o'-lanterns, I think. I'm pretty damn good. And I'm not just saying that. I'm actually pretty good. And I've never even used a stencil kit. I usually put a photo side by side. I've carved the Curse jack-o'-lantern. I have photos of it. Damn near to a T, I think. I've carved the original Halloween's jack-o'-lantern. I've carved Halloween 2's, obviously before it splits. I carved the Steelers emblem on one October. I think I'm pretty good. So, why is that? Why do you ask, Mark? Why do you ask? What do you want to know? Got some Dr. Pepper Cherry at the store today. Stuff hits. Yeah, it is. Oh, dude. See, sometimes I do, and sometimes I have to be really, really careful and methodical. And sometimes it is like Halloween 5. Oh, Mark. Love Christian. Love Brandon. I feel like Brandon's actually probably pretty good at that. And I don't even know, but I bet he's actually pretty good at that. Christian probably sucks. I'm just going to say that right now. Christian's probably not a good jack-o'-lantern carver. No, Coca-Cola is my go-to. Coca-Cola is my go-to. Jaden, that's hilarious, dude. Yeah. Jaden texted me running his mouth. That's hilarious, bro. I'll send you a picture next time. Do you think that listening to the fans is a bad thing or a good thing sometimes, especially with what happened with Star Wars Episode 9? I think that there's a line to walk there. I really do. And I don't think that going in one direction entirely or the other is ever the right decision. And I think that Star Wars Episode 9 is a perfect example of that. You should never ignore the fan base, but when you base, it solely off of what fans are asking for, well, you're just kind of losing any originality anyway. You're like, well, then what's the point of you being a filmmaker if your ideas are going to come from other people? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I think that there's a line to walk there. I really do. I don't know, Mark. I don't know. And that's the funny thing. I didn't even know Brandon was that good, but I just like knowing Brandon, I was like, he's probably really good. So it's crazy. It's crazy. He's hey, we'll see. I'm down, do they do it? Like, do they do it on stream? I don't watch YouTube, guys. Like, I'm going to be totally honest with you. I'll pop in when my buddies are streaming every now and then and just be like, hey, what's up? Say hi, throw them a like. I'm not, dude, I love The Last Jedi, JJ. I love The Last Jedi. There's probably people in here right now that are listening that are like, I thought I liked this guy. You were wrong. How long do I think it'll be before we get another Friday movie? What are we in right now? 2025? I'd say 3 years. I'd say 3 years, personally. Watching from Liverpool. I've been working security on location for the new Clayface movie. No way! Oh, yeah, that's awesome. I'm actually really excited about Clayface. I love the Batman. It has now overtaken... Oh, Zeke, you cannot step on the computer. It has now overtaken The Dark Knight as my favorite Batman movie. I loved Superman. I thought it was a really, really good restart for the character. And this being like an R-rated, gritty, like crime. Yeah, dude, I'm in. That's awesome, though. Sneak a bunch of pictures. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Do not do that. I did not encourage you to do so. I did watch the trailer for The Mandalorian and Grogu, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. It didn't do anything for me. And I like The Mandalorian, but I don't know. Very underwhelming trailer. Am I a fan of the collector and the collection? I actually watched those for the first time last year, last summer. Loved the collector. I actually did a video on those movies. Just go to my channel, search the collector, and you should see that video from last year. Loved the collector. I felt like the collection, they took the character and put him in situations that it was not what made the first one good. You know, the first one, it was this claustrophobic setting, this small cast, this home invasion esque vibe, and the second one was more like big body count, and it didn't at all feel like the first one. I didn't hate the second one, but the first one I really dug. Really dug it. Yes, Monica, we are. Yes, Justin and I will be streaming this October. Do not worry. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only one. I'm glad. Hey, Crazy Joe. Yeah, I think look, I get so behind on DMs on Instagram, man. I really do. And I feel bad about it. And then when I get back on Instagram and I see 15 new chats or whatever, it makes me feel even worse. So I just kind of recoil entirely and don't open any of them. So I just need to remind myself to do that. So I'll check in with you. I promise. Thank you for stopping in. The Dark Knight Rises. Hey, okay. I like The Dark Knight Rises. I do. I always have. Which Halloween movie do you think has the best cinematography? Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Someone just got so mad. Someone was just like, "You're fucking kidding me." No, I am wearing a Cincinnati Reds hat because they clinched a playoff spot today. They're going to go play the dreaded Dodgers in Dodger Stadium. So I think most of America is going to be rooting for the Reds next week, unless you live in Southern California. We are America's team this week. We need to take out the Dodgers. Do you think we'll ever get a new Nightmare on Elm Street movie in the future? Yeah, 100%. I think that they're at an impasse right now with what to do. Because when they recast Robert with Jackie, it obviously didn't go over well. I've said many times before, I feel like that's no fault of Jackie's. I think that you can blame the CGI, you can blame the writing, you can blame whatever you want to blame. I don't think it was Jackie's fault, but I think that the response to that is kind of giving them cold feet. So, yeah. But we'll get another one. We definitely will. Okay. Mountain Dew Dark Berry. Oh, my God. Mark, can you stop reminding me of things I can't have? You just stop. What's next? You're going to start reminiscing about Pitch Black? Then you're going to make me really upset. Who wins? RZH2 Michael or 2009 Jason? Come on. Who wants to tell him? Come on. It's Hobo Myers. Although I think that would be a knockdown, drag-out fight. But I would pretty much take Tyler Maines Myers over a lot of people. I really would. Tyler Maines Myers is like the real deal. Yeah, Roman, it's filming right now. It is filming right now. What did you think about Friday the 13th Sweet Revenge? So I didn't do a review on it, and that was because I didn't feel like I had enough to say about it, and it wasn't a feature length, so I was like, I could do like a short on it, but nah. I didn't hate it. I really didn't, but definitely don't want to see Friday the 13th go in that direction. I'll just say that. Hey, I just want to say shout out to y'all for putting up on the board on your guys' field after the game the graphic of us clenching and letting them take pictures on the field in front of it and stuff. That was really cool. Classy move by the Brew Crew. Good luck to y'all. I mean, seriously. Was really hoping you guys would just let us win today so we didn't have to worry about the Mets losing. I was like, come on, guys. Like, you're the number one seed. Like, just come on, let us have it. But yeah, that was awesome. And good luck to y'all. Seriously. I mean, it's just nice. As a Reds fan, we've been largely dog shit like my whole life. So anytime they get into the dance, I mean, I am almost 31 years old. And I remember the Reds made the playoffs in 2010, 2012, 2013, and 2020, which was the shortened COVID season and didn't really count. That team was not good enough. If it was 162 games, they would not have made it. So really just like 3 times, honestly, in my life that I can really remember. 2010, they went up against the Phillies, and the Phillies won the World Series that year. So they stood no chance. 2012 is probably the greatest heartbreak of my life in sports, aside from the Steelers losing Super Bowl 45. That's probably the greatest, but right after that would be the 2012 series, Reds and Giants, because the Reds took the first 2 games in San Francisco. They had 3 games. They just had to win 1 game at home, and they lost all 3. And then the Giants went on to win the World Series. And that sucked because I am fully convinced. Obviously, the Giants won the World Series that year. Had the Reds just won one more freaking game at home, they would have won the World Series that year. So, yeah, do I have high hopes for the Reds in the playoffs? Absolutely not. Nope. Their offense is not good enough. But their starting pitching is really good. So can they win a series? Can they shock the Dodgers if their starters are on it? I think so. Will I pick them to? No. I'm just happy they're there. The fog, the thing. Oh, yeah. No, I totally agree, Edward. Totally agree. William's doing good. He's asleep, and he's not going to be happy when I have to wake him up for school in the morning. But, is what it is. I'm not happy that I have to get up at 7, but I get to come home and go right back to sleep after I drop him off. So, I've actually never seen Supernatural, but my buddy Christian is a big fan. He is a big fan. He said good things about it. He's had good things to say. I love Silver Bullet. That was my favorite werewolf movie growing up. Might actually still be. I know a lot of people would say the Howling or American Werewolf in London. I don't know, man. Silver Bullet, I think, is it for me. I really, really do think so. Yeah, dude, Robin, I've wanted to see the Leafs win one for so long because they're so close. It seems like every damn year. Every year, they're so close. We got Dubas now over in with the Penguins, and I don't know if I'm a huge fan. Things didn't go too well last year. So, yeah. I have no idea yet, Quentin. I haven't even worked that out yet. I haven't even reached out to people. All I know is that I know Christian will be on there. I know Fauci's going to come on there. I don't have a day yet. I don't know who else I'm going to reach out to. But yeah, well, hopefully after you get them up for school and get them going and whatnot, you're able to get back to sleep too. Because I'm off on Mondays. So let me tell you something. I am going back to sleep. Like, it sucks to have to, because his school's like 20 minutes away from my house. So I drive 20 minutes, tired as all hell, drop him off, drive 20 minutes back home, and I just plop onto the freaking couch when I get back, and I go to sleep. Didn't do an upload today, guys. That is because I gave myself the night off last night. I don't know if you guys have noticed. I've uploaded a video every day for weeks. Like, I have not missed a day, to the point where I have been editing at work to make sure it gets out at 3:00 if I fell asleep too early the night before, or I've been editing at 2 a.m. when I have to be at work at 9 a.m. the next day. Like, I'm up at 2:30 still editing so I can get it processed and ready to go for the next day. Last night I told myself, I was like, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to give myself a night off. We're near the end of the month. I've got 2 days left. 2 days left in the, the fiscal period on YouTube, which it's been my most profitable month on YouTube, period, by, I think, twice. Like, previous month was the most I had ever seen. I've doubled it this month, and there's still 2 days left. So all that is to say, like, the work is paying off, literally. Like, you can see it, you can track it every 24 hours to see, you know, ad revenue and all that kind of stuff, and see, like, holy crap, like it's you know, it's really working. But it's been like a second job. I mean, it really has been. But in these times, I feel like everybody has to have some kind of side hustle or you can't survive. Like, seriously, everything is so damn expensive. It's insane. Thank you guys. Thank all of you for saying that sweet stuff about my channel. Seriously. I need to get up. I need to get back. I need to get on my comments. I'm behind like 2 videos. I'm replying to comments. I'm going to try to do that tonight. If not tonight, I'll do it tomorrow when my son is at school. But yeah, I've been working hard, man. I really have. You know, I'm about to break 12,000. I'm like 50 away, I think 50 or so away from 12K. So I probably hit 12K tomorrow. It's been really cool. I actually feel like a legit content creator now. I don't feel like a little rinky dink. Yeah, I actually feel like kind of legit. So that's cool. Oh man, that next Halloween movie announcement's going to go hard. Oh yeah. Previously, the other 2 times my channel did its best before this has been my best stretch by far. But the previous 2 times before that was the Unmade Halloween script series, where I was going through like every Unmade Halloween idea / script and making a video on it. And then before that was Halloween Ends, when Halloween Ends was about to come out. Well, this month alone, I've gotten almost 3,000, Allie. And yeah. Hey, what's up, brother? How you doing? You making any cleats for any? Did you make any cleats today for any players today? I want to know. Oh, the How to Fix It series was great. I had a really good time with that as well. I'm actually going to revisit one of those series that I was doing. I think my next video is actually going to... I kind of dabbled into a series that was actually doing really well, and people liked it. And I didn't go full bore with it, but I think I'm going to revisit it. Like, did this make a mistake? Did this movie make a mistake? Was this a mistake about the Halloween movies? I think I did one for Halloween 2. I did one for Halloween 4. I know of one I want to do for Halloween 3. Hey, thank you very much. I appreciate that. You've been around a long time. You really have been around a long time. Don't worry. I've noticed. I've noticed you've been around for years, and so you can speak to it. Yeah, it's the uploads they're there, and the effort is there. But I got to tell you, hell yeah, you've been here for the 15 years. Damn. Blast from the freaking past. Yeah. You've seen the channel grow in real time, brother. I'm glad to have you around. I really am. I would love to have seen Halloween 3D. Hey, I'm going to stop you right there. So would I. Why? Because I would have gotten Tyler Mane back as Michael Myers. I would have gotten Scout Taylor Compton back as Laurie Strode. Sign me up. Oh, and Tom Atkins was going to be in it as like Laurie's doctor in the mental institution. Like, dude, sign me up. And I read the script. Wasn't good. Okay. But it was really fun. And I would have dug it. Yes, I'm going to play it on day 1. I'm also going to live stream it. I talked about that recently. What are my thoughts on Exorcist Believer? This is This is a loaded question. I thought Exorcist Believer was fine. I think there is a lot of hate surrounding that movie that I feel is largely overblown. I'm not saying the movie is good. It is flawed. It reaches way too heavily, too often into the prototypical demonic possession bullshit that you see in every demonic possession movie now. It's not scary anymore. It's rote. It's exhausted. However, when it is Leslie Odom Jr. and his daughter, and it's the emotional beats of the movie, I actually really thought that stuff was good. Like, I actually thought that stuff was good. So it's a mixed bag, but I think it's fine. And I think that it gets a lot of shit. It really does, and I feel like it's just because it's a sequel to The Exorcist, largely. My favorite Michael Myers scene? Oh, man. Well, you know what? I'm not going to spoil that one for you because I'm doing a video on that in October. So wait for it. It's coming. Quentin, I'm a fan of The Shining, but I prefer Dr. Sleep. The Shining's great. It's a classic. Still prefer Dr. Sleep, though. Oh, God. Can you imagine if they had gotten to do a full trilogy? People were already ready to, like, burn down Hot Topic. That's a South Park reference for anybody that doesn't know. Over Believer. Can you imagine if they would have gotten 3? Exorcist kills. Exorcist ends. I still want to see that. So actually, Halloween 3D fell apart because of the Weinstein Company. It was a couple weeks away from shooting, and they wanted to put a pause on it because of their financial situation, because they were facing bankruptcy. And then they went bankrupt. Yeah. Scout was signed on, and Tyler was signed on too. They were both going to come back. Jacob, I love Halloween 5. I love Halloween 5. You have found a friend in me. Wear that proudly. Love Halloween 5. You think Rob Zombie could ever come back to the director's chair? Do I think he could? Yes. Do I think he will? I don't know. I don't know. And it upsets me because I know a lot of people love to hate on Rob Zombie. That's neither here nor there. That's not my point. He has a really good eye. Rob has a very good eye visually. He does some really cool stuff in his movies. And yeah, I don't know. Stefan, I'm still going out on a limb and saying that I believe it was going to be Deceiver and Redeemer because you lack belief, you've been deceived, you've been redeemed. Like they never said what the third one was going to be called, but I swear to God, I just feel like it was going to be Redeemer. I hope one day they say that because like I feel it. I feel it in my bones. You could write a Scream movie. What would you do with it? Would you do a legacy sequel and cut some sequels out or make something totally new and fresh and leave the Sidney Prescott storyline? I'm a mark for Sidney Prescott. I feel like she's as important to Scream as the character, or I guess the costume of Ghostface, personally. Now, some people might disagree. That's fine. That's just my opinion. But I don't feel like it's really Scream without Sidney. Now that's crazy because I love Scream 6. So some people are probably like, what do you mean? That didn't have Sidney in it. You're right. A one-off every now and then is fine. Would I want that long term though? No, I don't think I would. I would personally never want to see Sidney not be a part of it. So I think I would do something. I'd do probably what Kevin Williamson has done, and we're about to see, honestly. We're supposed to get a trailer very, very soon. I think the rumor is this week. I don't know if that's true, but that's the rumor that's been circulating. I know it'll be, if it's not this week, we will get it by the end of October. I can tell you that with certainty. But hopefully it's this week. Look, man, Ty, I dig the Lords of Salem, man. I dig the Lords of Salem until the freaking very end. It became an acid trip that I don't think cohered all that well. But up until the last 10 minutes, I dig the shit out of that movie. I really, really do. Probably Rob's most gorgeous movie, that and H2. Just wonderfully directed films, really are. Narrative aside. They said September. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm seeing the Black Phone too, and I'm happy to see that it's getting good reviews. I really, really am. I'm not surprised because the first one got really good reviews, but it's they're trying something different, going a supernatural route, and I'm actually I'm looking forward to it. The Lords of Salem is absolutely misunderstood. 100%. I totally agree. Fave album. Ooh, are we talking like White Zombie and Rob Zombie? I love Hellbilly Deluxe. I actually really love Educated Horses. I know that's probably not a super popular opinion. Christian and I were just talking about this on Unita. Oh, by itself, probably Hellbilly. Hellbilly. Are you a fan of the classic Universal monster movies? In principle, yes. And what I mean by that is I love the characters. Love Frankenstein. Love Mary Shelley's book. Love the OG movie. One of the only black and white movies I've actually seen that I really enjoyed. The Mummy was one I never really got into. When Universal said they were going to do the Dark Universe and bring all those things back, I was actually really, really looking forward to that. Flinner, yes. Yes. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody, but I do know the inclusion there. So if you follow me on social media and you want to know, DM me. I can tell you. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody that doesn't want to know. Now don't worry, guys. I didn't find out who Ghostface is or who lives and dies. No, I just simply asked somebody, hey, what is the involvement here with Stu? How has this been? And I was told. DMs again. I know. I'm going to get behind again. I know. But if it's a more recent DM, I'm more likely to see it. Hammer movies. I haven't seen a lot of them, man. I really, really haven't. Christian's told me I need to expand my palette with that. So is Mark. But I haven't seen a lot of them, so I can't really speak to it. But yeah. Well, we got 80 people in here. What are our likes at? Because I'm actually about to sign off, guys. I have not ranked the timelines. I can do that this October. So, do I think a boycott of Scream 7 is going to hurt its chances? Absolutely not, because it's not going to happen. Half of the people that are saying they're going to boycott it, they're not going to boycott it. They're going to go see it. They're just not going to tell people they saw it. I'm not naive, nor should you guys be. They're lying. They're going to go see it. No, I don't think Scream. Their Scream's box office is going to be very healthy. I'll just say that this movie's going to make a lot of money, and anybody that thinks otherwise, they're living in another universe. They really, really are. It's bringing back Sidney Prescott. It's going to be a Sidney Prescott focused story. I see no scenario where Scream 7 doesn't make at least $100 million. No scenario. So yeah. Yeah, I know. People want to claim, oh no, it's not. It's going to flop. I mean, you guys, Halloween Ends got trashed by half the fan base, and it still made over $100 million. Like, I just don't think people are realistic these days with now, you know, and these are bigger brands. Look at a brand like The Strangers. The Strangers has always been more niche. Hasn't been huge. They're B tier horror villains. They're not A tier or S tier. Chapter 1 did pretty well financially, made a decent amount of money, but it got lambasted, got raked over the coals. And because of that, nobody went and saw Chapter 2. It absolutely flopped. You can't have a flop with a B tier villain or franchise because you will not recover from that. You can have flops with, S tier villains. You can come back from that. But S tier, you're just, if you think it's not going to do well, again, you're just living in a totally different universe. Like, we're not even on the same planet. So yeah, Scream 4 just came out at a really bad time. It just really, really bad time. I don't think that has anything to do with the quality of the movie. Weird release date, April. What? This Easter, go see Ghostface. Like, what the fuck? And furthermore, Scream 4 was a little ahead of its time with the subject matter. Now, Scream has kind of always been that way. Always seems to be a little ahead of its time. So don't be surprised, guys, when you see that Scream 7 is tackling AI. Because that's what it's tackling. AI. Now, your brain can go anywhere you want to with that. But yes, AI plays a big role in the plot of Scream 7, which, again, love or hate AI, and AI scares me, okay? I've seen Terminator. I can tell you, it's a very, very topical thing right now. So I think it's a really, really wise decision by them to have their plot be focused on that. I didn't yet. I was talking about that at the beginning, Kevin. I was talking at the beginning about how I pre-ordered that like a month or so ago on Amazon. I still don't have mine. So if they were going to make a new one with Michael Myers, I would want to continue after 5. That's what I want. I don't care what anybody says. It's what I want. All right. But it's not, or Halloween 3. But it's not going to be either one of those. We're going to get Amazon won't ship until Monday or Tuesday. Okay, cool. Shit. Damn it. All right, guys. I'm going to call it. I got to be up at 7 to take my son to school. And no, if it were me, somebody asked me this like 30 minutes ago and I covered this. If it were me and I was making the decision, I would want a total reboot. Total reboot. But I know they're never going to do that because they can't help but crib off of our nostalgia. Yeah, I got to get up at 7 and I want to have the next hour or so to be able to play some Dead by Daylight and listen to some, I had a good sports day. My Reds made the playoffs and my Steelers won in Dublin. I want to listen to some sports talk while I play some Xbox before I go to sleep. So, look, I love you guys so much. All of you guys. Happy to have been able to stream again for you guys. I'm going to make this more regular because it's the best opportunity to be able to talk to you guys and actually engage with you for an hour and a half, 2 hours. Like, it's awesome. I love y'all. Hell yeah. Javonte Williams just caught a catch. I think I just made myself a little extra money. Woo. Let's go. All right. That's going to help because that nightmare set's about to come out of my account. And after the vet, I'm fucked. Yeah, guys, I love y'all. If you're watching this on the playback, leave a like on it. Hey, have a good week. Have a great night. And I'll keep y'all updated on Zeke. Don't worry. So this is Nick at the Lost River Drive-In, and I'm pulling out.
We stopped at a light, and so I'm walking in that field behind the Lost River Drive-In. Julie said he was so creepy.